know, say what you will about him. He's a large man.
I don't know what to say about the guy. He's kind of an enigma here in New Revolution Wrestling.
At least he took that green sweater off.
Big double axe handle to the back of the neck of Mike Santiago. Taunting Quiz and Caden Mathews.
It's one of these you'll hear fans from time to time chant "Little Sister" when you see the Freak in the ring. The simple fact for that is that there's a rumor going around that the Freak under the mask is actually Larkin O'Shea, who has refereed for New Revolution Wrestling in the past. Someone I know personally well, after he made a very questionable call in a match between me and Jason Sullivan, and he actually got suspended for it.
I recall that match. Yeah, you got screwed on that match, Skag. And we see the cover. 2 count from referee Mark Watson. Not quite a 3 count. Santiago making the comeback now.
I'm surprised that shows what's behind those blows, because to knock a man the size of Larkin O'Shea off his feet is a feat.
Freaky Frank Manning.
Whatever you want to say, I have my own personal opinion.
Purely speculation.
Purely speculation, but I'll tell you what, I can't wait to get my match with the Freak.
And if that is indeed Larkin O'Shea under that mask, I am surprised because he seems rather timid when he's refereeing. But really taking the boots to Mike Santiago here in the opening of NRW, the best in 2006.
Absolutely, the best in 2006 is also the last in 2006. You see Nate the Great, smart move, whatever you want to say, smart move by the Freak, grabbing Mark Watson's attention and pulling him off to the side. Nate the Great was able to get involved there, but this is actually the final event of professional wrestling that ever happened in the year 2006 here in the Northwest.
And what a way to close out 2006 and start 2007.
Absolutely. NRW, a new company that just formed here towards the end of 2006.
October 13th, 2006, Friday the 13th, an ominous night for some people, but not for New Revolution Wrestling.
That was the night that they started the Pacific Coast Championship tournament, which was won by Matt Farmer, Mr. Wrestling, who we're going to see defend the title later on this program against a good friend of mine, Aaron Bowler.
You know, for a man who calls himself Mr. Wrestling, you think he'd be a little bit more fair and square in the ring. The OWO came out and helped him win the Pacific Coast title tournament.
Absolutely, in a questionable match over Caden Mathews, Mr. Wrestling Matt Farmer walked away the first ever Pacific Coast champion. He has held that title, he's defended it with honor. He's defended it against men like Critter and Thrash Kincaid. He's also been in the ring with guys like Quiz. Some of his matches, though, are a bit questionable, especially going in against a match like Bolo. I remember a couple of weeks before this matchup took place that we're watching right now, Bolo was actually had Matt Farmer down for what should have been well over a 3 count. When Richie Magnet was involved, he distracted the referee, enabling Matt Farmer to continue the match, even though he should have been counted out. Farmer wound up winning that match and getting the title.
You see Cameron not giving Santiago a chance to get to his corner, keeping the man in his own corner, taking in Heartthrob Erik Hanson, who goes for the pin, but 2 count only. Referee Mark Watson is on top of things here.
Which is odd, because Mark Watson's usually not. But that's another point for another day. Erik Hanson now working over the leg. Remember earlier the damage that had been done to Erik Hanson's arm. Now he's taking a page out of the opposite team's strategy, and they're just working over the leg of Santiago, which makes sense. Santiago, obviously, a lot of his offense is going to be aerial maneuvers and a lot of quick, fast-paced action. But if you take the leg out, he's not going to be able to do that.
And this might be his opportunity to get out of this and get a tag to either Caden or Quiz. Big enziguri to the back of the head, a Heartthrob. And he's down. Can Santiago get to the corner?
Santiago's got to make that tag. If he makes the tag, he saves himself. If not, this could be the end of the match, in all honesty. If Hanson gets the tag first.
And Caden Mathews coming in. There's the Freak.
Big drop kick.
Another big drop kick. He's a house of fire. Irish whips the Freak.
Oh, big back elbow. Where do you think he learned that from?
Now going outside of the ring. Now this is a little uncharacteristic of Caden. Jumping out of the ring when he could be in the ring, staying on top of the legal man. Yeah, Mathews very aggressive here. This is actually Mathews' first match back after an injury that he sustained during training. Doing some additional training with Brian Alvarez up north. And
you know, obviously he's intense. He wants to come back. He wants to show everybody that he hasn't lost a step. And also, as I said, he's got a chance.
Bulldog.
The Freak holding on there. He's really smart on the Freak spot. But again, Caden wants to show anybody that he deserves to be not only here in NRW but over in OVW and eventually at some point the WWE.
And Caden could have very well been the Pacific Coast champion if it wasn't for the OWO screwing him and helping Mr. Wrestling Matt Farmer win the title in the tournament.
Yeah, in all honesty, watching that matchup, I honestly felt that Caden Mathews was probably the
2 count. Close, but the Freak manages to get out.
Yeah, stupid move by Caden Mathews. Once again, that's where the aggressiveness that he was showing earlier definitely was his downfall, because going over into the corner, you never go over into your opponent's corner. During a tag team match, let alone a 6-man tag team match, Caden put himself in a position where it was 2-on-1 behind the referee's back.
Now Erik Hanson standing right on his throat. Where's Mark Watson in all of this?
You know, there's an old contention that possibly 6-man tag team matches you should have had 2 referees. In Lucha Libre, they will have 2 referees for every match, especially during the 6-man tag. Maybe something that the Grappler, as an NRW commissioner, might want to take a look into the possibility. If we have another 6-man tag match,
see the double team, 2 back elbows to Caden Mathews. That knocked him silly, it looks like. Oh, loading a little bit. Now Cameron choking him out. Well, Mark Watson distracted once again. Goes for the pin. 2 count. Not quite. Hooks the leg. 2 count. Caden manages to kick out again. And here's the Cameron Star we've come to know and love in New Revolution Wrestling.
I'm hoping you're using air quotes in that. I do not love him.
And how do you compete with a guy like that when you're in the ring?
Well, you know, that's one of the things that if you think about it, it's psychological. It's games that Cameron Star is playing. Obviously, you know that is going to weigh on someone's mind. You know, it's bad enough to be getting your ass kicked, but when you're worried about getting it grabbed as well, you're going to be distracted with your mentality going into the match.
Could harken back to adorable Adrian Adonis, Precious Paul Ellering, or even Goldust. But I think what sets Cameron Star apart is it's not a gimmick.
Yeah, Cameron Star, well, you know what? The Freak, going for a big side suplex.
Nate very impressed with his group here tonight. Goes for the pin. Quiz makes the save. We haven't got to see much of Quiz in this matchup yet.
No, not yet. You know, one thing that we haven't touched upon is the fact that Nate the Great, one of the reasons I believe that he pulled himself out of this match and put the Freak, because if you remember, it was originally supposed to be Nate and the Pacific Coast Blondes in this match, put the Freak in that match is simply because of the fact that he's been playing mind games himself with Quiz over the past several weeks, going back to Nate's debut in NRW, where he actually defeated Quiz. Quiz came back the second week in a rematch and beat him, and then in the third match, Nate the Great used not exactly legal tactics to defeat Quiz himself. And ever since then, Quiz has wanted a rematch because he believes that he can beat Nate the Great. He wants to show that he can beat Nate the Great, and Nate the Great has refused to get back in the ring with him.
We see a 2 count, 3 count. Oh, not quite. Caden somehow managing on instinct to kick out here. Just not getting an opportunity to tag either of his partners in.
That's basically what it is, just instinct. It's that instinct to continue to go, to keep fighting, to keep coming back. And it's one of the things, it's one of the trademarks that has been of Caden Mathews over the past couple of years. The man just won't quit.
Freaky Frank manning the Pacific Coast Blondes, managing to hold him at bay thus far. Pulls him by the hair. Come on, that's not... Mark Watson's standing right there. He saw that. He had to have seen that.
He saw it, and he is reprimanding him, but that's one of those situations where you decide to take the reprimand from the referee. You decide to get yelled at because it's going to save your team the loss or a potential loss in the long run.
I'm surprised Nate doesn't have set.
Whoa! That was a high sunset flip right there by Caden Mathews. You see both blondes coming in the ring.
And as I was saying, I'm surprised we don't see Cedric the Hitman out here, considering that he is also under Nate's employ.
Nate the Great has created this, what's called the Great Empire with the Pacific Coast Blondes. I'm not sure if the Freak is a member of the Empire or not, but certainly the Blondes as well as Cedric, right? So the hired bodyguard of Nate the Great.
Well, I would say that the Pacific Coast Blondes and Freaky Frank Manning seem to fit together rather well, both in the ring and out of the ring.
More than likely, but what needs to happen right now, Caden Mathews needs to make that tag. You see Quiz right there, the tag made. Quiz is in the ring. And you gotta think he wishes Nate the Great was out there right now. But Quiz definitely holding his own right now.
Big lefts to the head of the Freak. Irish whips him.
Beautiful heel kick. And
Santiago coming in. And this is just broken down into mayhem. This is just bedlam here at the Gresham Rec Center on 215th and Stark.
215th and Stark. This is the type of action you will see each and every Friday night right here at the Recreation Center in Gresham on the corner of 215th and Stark.
Quiz going to the top rope. But there's the Nate the Great!
Exactly! That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly
and that is what makes him great. 1, 2, 3, it's over.
That is it.
Cameron Star Erik Hanson and Freaky Frank Manning pull out the win with the help of Nate the Great.
And once again, you see Nate the Great being the little, they call him Derek Drexel the Weasel, but we're seeing Nate the Great weasel his way back into Quiz. He screwed Quiz at the end of this match, and he's still refusing to step in the ring with him.
And there are your winners, the Pacific Coast Blondes. The fans heckling him quite a bit. Can't stand Cameron or Eric or Nate.